peace in Palestine.
And I suppose the less desirable that you make the country, the less likely it is to get those upper echelons of the people that you really do want to come in.
And that's the great tragedy of where Britain's got to. And I think we talked about this last time, where when we talk about net figures on immigration, what that conceals is you're getting a lot of people from, let's be charitable and say, the bottom end of the jobs market. Many of them might not be working at all. And you're losing all the people who'd actually want to live in a nice country because they go, well, why would I come here, pay 50% tax, be unsafe, and watch a country deteriorate where I could go somewhere else?
Mm-hmm.
So if you want a good immigration policy, you have to not welcome the worst people from around the world, and you have to create the conditions that attract the best people from around the world. That's what you want.
I like this one.
Okay, so he's absolutely right. I mean, that's got nothing to do with asylum. Asylum is a situation where you're at risk of death and persecution, so therefore, there's no waiting around. You need to get out, obviously. But now he's talking about more kind of generic issues, even though in his mind, those genuine asylum seekers are part of the problem. So he's not coming from, some say, a Christian or equitable or kind heart perspective on people, again, at risk of death and persecution and things like that. That's not where he's coming from. So we take that for what it is and we compare it to what is, I think, British values. Remember that we were amongst the primary people that wrote the Convention on Human Rights. But putting all of that aside, ideally, what we'd have is a points-based system of immigration. But again, I totally agree that immigration is way too high, but we control it at what cost? And we're really talking about the economic cost. And what I'm saying is, as an economist with a master's degree, I don't believe there's any way for us to get back to any level of prosperity by excluding ourselves from our principal markets. And that's what we've been for 10 years, and we're on that slide. And it's not going to stop. We're going to keep the high interest rates and high inflation and low investment until we change our minds. So these are the stakes. And the red herring conversation that he's kind of raising and the whole thing about this illegal immigrants. Again, let's withdraw from that treaty. Then let's crack on with what we're really bothered about in terms of economic prosperity. And right now, when you've got one option, it's the easy option, and that has to be in Europe. And we have to push, as part of some kind of rejoin package, that we have more control on our borders. Now, I don't think it's going to happen because free movement is one of those fundamentals. But we need to start that conversation as a minimum, in my point of view, if prosperity is one of our main goals, which it obviously is. You know the drill. The full video that I've just talked about is going to be round about here towards the bottom of the screen if you're on a mobile. Otherwise, the link's going to be in the description or the comments.